Hello, welcome to godislovetruthlife.com or godislovetruthfreedom.com, because a life without freedom is not a life worth living. And my name is Jerry Capizzuto. Today I'm going to be talking about some events that I've been involved with in real life in the Central Florida region. I'm going to start with Art Gardens, the Tulio Project. So I took this picture of St. John, who is on the One Great Work Network, as well as our friend Bob Akoff from perseverance.tech. And we were doing a flea market sale as a fundraiser for Art Gardens, the Tulio Project, which is going to be a food forest / animal sanctuary for these amazing tortoises, one of whom are pictured there, Tulio. This next clip is from an event that happened on Jim Gale's property in Galt's Landing. You should check out Jim Gale's website, foodforestabundance.com. Here, Jim is in the middle of giving a tour of his food forest.
I recognized that I was deceived, and I'm simply not playing that game anymore.
When we're bad guys, we sign on to that contract.
There you go. There you go. So, and it's all, there's levels of deception, and to say we don't have to do anything except for declare it and then demonstrate service.
But legally, it's duress if you sign a contract.
There you go. Under duress.
They're under duress.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So sorry that clip wasn't super long. I took it on my phone impromptu because I was amazed not just by Jim Gale's knowledge of permaculture, but his level of awareness on a wider scale. So in that clip he was talking about contracts and the self-defense principle essentially, so that was cool. Next we have St. John talking about Art Gardens and the Tulio Project, as well as Cory Endrulat. Both of them are on the One Great Work Network, and they're giving their introductory remarks before a movie premiere called The Subtle Art of Losing Yourself.
I don't know how to describe it to you guys. My awakening process was like layers of onions being peeled back. But what it came down to, and it's very simple for me, is that I discovered through being an ex-drug addict and somebody that was in and out of the criminal system, I'm getting ready to celebrate 10 years on June 18th right now. What I discovered is that when I was helping other people and when I was involved with other people, it helped me to be beneficial to the people in my community and my family and my co-workers and all the different situations I would be in. It would help me and it would make me be a better person. So with that being said, I got the light in my eye, sorry. With that being said, me and Cory Endrulat, we met, we're content creators on a network called the One Great Work Network.
Are you want to fill it up? Or?
Yeah, go. Yeah, it's up there, hit it. There you go.
Spelled it wrong.
All right, so this is the network that we're a part of. And I got a friend up north, his name's Mark Passio. He's got a website called What on Earth Is Happening? And his work's been pretty substantial in my life. There's always something live broadcasted, but if you go over here to the creator section,
There's all these guys.
yeah, you'll see that all these different content creators are involved with this. You see Cory Endrulat's on there,
Yeah.
and mine's on there as well.
Yeah,
It's further down.
There you go.
There he is. That's me.
Perfect.
So, like my content's a little bit extreme. They describe me as the Sid Barrett from Pink Floyd of the natural law movement, the freedom movement. I'm not trying to scare you guys away, but my core audience wasn't permaculture. My core audience wasn't truth or freedom movements. My core audience was people that were still sick and suffering from the use of drugs and alcohol. And I was running nonprofit recovery houses in the city of Philadelphia. I had one in North Philly and one in South Philadelphia. And we had Is the food arriving? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll give them a minute to set it up. So I was running these recovery houses in the city of Philadelphia, and they were called Dynasty, like dynasty, right? And I'd say dynasty because it was like killing selfishness and ego was what, was prosperous for us. And it was what I was trying to promote and show people, which is interesting because the movie that we're screening tonight, although I had not known about it or heard about it, it's the subtle art of losing yourself, which is like that same concept of like getting involved with your community, connecting with nature, connecting with the natural experience, and trying to live more holistically and better. But when we came down here, me and Cory, we ended up stumbling on the Jim Gale's Gulch Landing here, basically on a whim.
Yep.
Like we didn't even know what we were going to walk into. We thought it was like, just like an environment. There was somebody growing some food or something along them lines. We weren't really sure what was going on here, but when we see it, Cory, weren't we blown away? We were totally blown away. And it revolutionized my thinking because I had to get out of working at psychiatric hospitals and rehabilitation centers trying to help sick and suffering addicts because of the mandates that were going on in the city. I wasn't participating in that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I had to get away from those people and those things. And I met Bob Akoff, Tex, the guy that's been over here with the turtles all day. He has a business called Perseverance.tech, and he was employing the gentlemen that were coming through my housing, putting tools and giving them the option of being able to drive vehicles and earn money, which was a great experience for them. But at the same time, it helped me build a relationship with him. He's my best friend in this entire world, and we've been on this journey together to try to bring Art Gardens to life. Art Gardens is...
I can pull that up.
No, you don't have to. People can scan the codes. They can do that on their own. But Art Gardens is the concept of what Jim has going on with the incorporation of the turtles in that type of environment. We also have another initiative that's called the Tulio Project with the turtles, because the Tulio is the name of the turtle that we rescued down here in South Florida. But we have another initiative going on in the state of Pennsylvania in a city area where they have nothing but stray dogs running the streets. They don't have any kind of animal control. The members of the community, their children, and the other animals in the community are all in danger from this situation. So I have a lot of friends that are rescue warrior advocates for animals, and they're running around trying to, rescue these dogs and get them safe passage to the next location. And unfortunately, this summer, my dog named Athena had passed away. And I wanted to dedicate an initiative to her where we would try to create an environment on someone's land that accepted the idea of us growing a food forest for the local community up there, and then also turning around and rescuing stray animals and helping them find safe passage. So there's a lot of different avenues that you can get involved with this type of movement. Whatever kind of skill set or talents that you have, whatever your background or belief systems are, none of that matters when it comes down to us eating clean, good, healthy, nutritious, homegrown, locally grown food.
Speaking of which,
yes.
Speaking of which, we have some stuff.
We're ready to go. Let's eat, guys.
So in this next clip, we have Cory Endrulat talking about his new book that he wrote with Jim Gale and others called Natural Intelligence. So I was very privileged to meet Cory for the first time at this event, and got him to sign his books for me, and just connect.
That was absolutely fabulous. And let's give it up for Cory Endrulat, guys.
If you want to pull up the Liberator again on just the website real quick. I just have a few updates. Thank you guys for being here. And so in case you didn't know, I mentioned it slightly before, but June of next year, we are planning to do a really big event that features a lot of different content creators that we know of, a very high energy lineup. So you might have saw like that trailer before for Gulch Landing. There was like those speakers there, and there were people all over there, like the 3D printed house. We want to do something like that again, but we think we could do it even bigger if we plan it out right, and we have Mark Passio. We're going by his schedule because we know he can fill out a room, and we're going to bring a bunch of other great speakers who are just incredible, and like you would just feel like chills going down your spine when you hear them speak. I mean, that's how a lot of people feel, and that's why he fills out his events in Philly. So his events in Philly are awesome. We want to have him come down to Florida. He's always there, stuck in the city. We're like, you got to come out of, city and come out to the country, come out here to Galtz, and maybe he'll come down here later this year, actually, just to take a break. But next year we want to do something big with him. So that's awesome. And then we'll invite others like Larkin Rose, Etienne, who's Howard.
Laura Eisenhower, David Rodriguez.
Yeah, David Rodriguez.
We got
He's
a
a
lineup
school teacher who's got tons of expertise. So we want to plan that out, and that's why I thank you guys for those of you who sent your suggestions and different ideas in the questionnaire that I made for everybody. You'll notice I also have some websites on the top there that I had you like rip off, and you'll see this is one of the websites I run. Now, a lot of the websites I run are for everybody, right? They're for people who are in the freedom, spirituality, health movement, and they just want to make a bigger impact. Well, recently I made some pretty big changes to this newspaper that used to be like worldwide, and you can print it in person. You can still do all that, but I'm localizing it as well. So I partnered with the business where I also do events at, to basically do like a local newspaper in addition to the world newspaper. It'd be kind of merged as one, because I think seeing local efforts can inspire worldwide efforts, right? So the efforts where your hometown is from, you can do exactly what I do at my hometown, and I could show you exactly how, using the local newspaper, showing, hey, there's a bunch of people here who are putting food in the ground, and then it gets more and more people inspired, so more things can happen. In addition, we create a database. So you can go to this website right now and set in your information. This database will be for finding people in your area with their resources and the expertise that you're looking for. So if you have certain resources and expertise, not just put it on the form that I gave you, definitely put it into the database, but just be aware that a lot of people who go to the database, they're also going to see that information, right? So it's not just a local database for my area. I wanted to make sure it was open to the world. So there might be the majority of people from my area entering this database, but at least you can contribute to it as well. So anyways, that's it for announcements for me for the most part, other than the book Jim and I did, which thank you guys for buying that, and other things that Jim is working on is like crazy big, and I'm still learning about it myself.
Whoa.
Yeah, don't get hurt. But so the movie that we're going to be watching, so I wanted to do a short, get together type of thing where we talk about these different ideas, like the June event, but also a chance to merge this community, the permaculture community, don't hurt yourself, the permaculture, voluntarist, natural law community, whatever you want to call it, with the spiritual, Taoist community. Because I wrote a book on Taoism, and there's a content creator out there. This is the guy, George Thompson, and he made this film, The Subtle Art of Losing Yourself. It's not that long. It's not more than an hour. Okay, and it's actually, he does really good film work. This guy's from the UK, so a lot of people who are not in this country, and I'm like, wow, he's got a whole market over there. He gets millions of views on his videos, really big stuff. And so I was like, wow, if we can, say, hey, we're over here in the US, we want to support your work, and look at us, we're trying to organize, we're trying to do a screening. They love, they're like, whoa, what's Galtz? They're starting to email me, and they're like, yeah, maybe we can do a retreat here. So I'm opening the potential so these communities can come together, because it's just one way we can do it, right? There's a lot of communities that are coming together, but I see this untapped potential, this community of people who are like, I want to improve myself, I want to harmonize with nature. That's what Taoism is all about. It comes from ancient China. He might explain it. But it's you see that theme with a lot of old ancient philosophies, and we're bringing it all back to the surface. He's a really good content creator if you don't know his work, so be sure to check it out. George Thompson. So this is The Subtle Art of Losing Yourself. Now you know why I'm doing the film, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I haven't seen it, by the way. I don't know. This is they gave us rights to use this film for the screening, but it is not public yet, so nobody can access it for I think the next couple of weeks, because they're trying to do screenings all over different places in the world. So I think we're one of the only locations right now in America, but that's not a problem. We want to network with people worldwide. There's a lot of great people out there. And so the influencers is part of Jim's strategy. If you read the book, we need the influencers to spread the message about growing food, replacing lawns, and sharing the word. So thank you everybody for being a part of this.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate it.
And finally, once Cory and I realized we live really close to each other, we started working together on his college empowerment project called Empower the Era, which is on Instagram, since pretty much that's what college students are using these days. So we have been handing out flyers and trying to get a sort of natural law club, if you will, started there. So that's the next video. Hey, I'm here with Cory Endrulat.
What's up?
And we're here on USS campus because
We're here to empower the era. That's what we're here to do events that inspire and empower people and share with them untaught ideas to get critical thinking back on college campuses, where we can create conversations that last and create an impact future into your lifetime beyond college and ever more, and for the generations to come.
Yay! It's on Instagram. Bye! Anyway, so amazing stuff is happening here in Central Florida, and I am excited to do more with Cory and St. John. And I encourage you, if you are in the Central Florida region, to check out our Telegram, which is this. And also, if you're not in the Central Florida area, just create your own Telegram channel where you're at, or just network and try to find your people in your area doing truth and freedom work, because it's awesome to connect in real life and do the great work together. Thanks.